What is Parkinson's disease? It is a neurological disorder that deprives us of dopamine, which the dopamine goes into the brain and tells our motor skills what to do. Well, we have at least 80% loss of that dopamine to our brain. It's the most common symptom that people with Parkinson have are tremors. Right now, the figures show that between 1 million and 1.5 million people nationwide have Parkinson's, but it's not broken down state by state.
It's probably being underreported, and so a registry would be very helpful to articulate appropriate policies and programs to address the issue. But I think there is a dynamic out there in the communities now that are saying we need to re-examine what we're doing. What we're doing has health effects. We're finding younger and younger people acquiring Parkinson's disease. We're very fortunate that most recently in this last state legislature, Representative Terry McMillan, as our sponsor, sponsored the passage of House Memorial 42. And that memorial requests that the Departments of Agriculture and Health review the use of pesticides in our state and the literature showing links between specific pesticides and Parkinson's disease. That's where we're at this time, and we're hopefully are going to go back to the state legislature to see if we can find, what we will say, recommendations for remedies. After we were successful with HM42, we started thinking about what can we do to give a hopeful voice to farmers who want to move away from pesticide use. And I knew Dr. Joe Ellington at the university here, and Joe and I talked about the advantages of what he called sustainable agriculture. And he said a really successful farmer who uses no pesticides, we'll find an example in that tour we did. We took them first to the University Experimental Lab Farm. We visited a group of young people in Anthony, New Mexico who are practicing what we'll call organic farming. And then we wound up our journey at the farm of Dosi Alvarez and his wife Norma. And Dosi is a classic example of a man who chose to move away from using pesticides, and he's making money at it. What we're trying to do is show the rest of the farmers in the state that there's an alternative using pesticides, and Dosi is a good example of that.